Hello everyone, my name is Asyrafchazz and welcome to yet another One Piece card game video. We've seen the starter decks review early on and their respective color identities, but we don't really know anything else besides the effect for the Luffy leader card from the starter deck. So while we're waiting for more information to drop, as we really don't have any news to talk about this week, I thought why not speculate about the abilities and strategies tied to each specific color and also figure out what the other two color identities might potentially be. I am still very excited about the One Piece card game, and if you are too and want to keep up with more One Piece card game news, do consider giving this video a like or subscribing if you can. Alright, let's get into it. Now the first color identity we can look at is red. We've already seen how the Luffy leader card from the starter deck works, and it seems to be quite aggressive in nature. You're potentially trading off resources for a boost of 5000 power, and his second ability lets you give a rested Dawn card to one of your characters or captain, increasing its power by an additional 1000. By the way, credits to Totsuki for the English version of the Luffy leader card. A big thank you to you, good sir. As with many other TCGs such as Magic the Gathering and Digimon, red seems to be the forerunner for the aggressive strategies. Hitting hard and hitting fast is their main goal, and reducing the opponent's life to 0 as fast as possible. Now, as someone who loves playing mono red in MTG, I feel like I'll definitely be playing red for the initial release, just because I enjoy the #aggro life. Maybe we can expect effects such as haste, which allows the character card to attack the turn that they are played, because I assume there might be summoning signals for this game as well. Or maybe even effects like double strike, which allows you to attack two of your opponent's lives at once. I can definitely see those kind of strategies popping up for red. Next up, we have green, which is the color of Eustace Kid for the worst generation. Now, following the MTG and Digimon games, green is usually the color associated with big stompy cards. Cards with really high power that just tower over your opponent's other characters. In the MTG, green is also associated with ramp. Since we know that we have a Dawn resource system that might give you a Dawn resource like once per turn, I wonder if there are going to be certain abilities that let you get multiple Dawn cards out in a turn, which would allow you to play bigger and stronger cards faster than your opponent does. And looking at Eustace Kid, he has an ability called Punk Gibson, which lets him gather all the metals around him to make a huge arm of some sorts, which he uses to attack all of his opponents. And it seems like it's pretty stompy to me, it seems like it's pretty rampy to me, so I feel like green might focus on those sorts of strategies for the One Piece card game. Now the next color is blue. The blue starter deck is led by Crocodile himself. Now, blue to me has always been about gaining additional resources, be it via card draw or negating certain effects that your opponent has, and generally being extremely control heavy. Crocodile was the leader of Baroque Works, and he literally controlled the country of Alabasta and affected the citizens there, carefully working from the shadows and even inciting a civil war at one point. Maybe blue gains access to cards that can counter other cards or attacks, and gains advantage every time you play certain different cards, which will make blue a color specifically geared towards a more control-y strategy. Having cards that heavily interact with the opponent seems to be a strategy that is perfect for Crocodile himself. Now, last but not least, we have purple, fronted by one of the Yonko himself, Kaido. Now in Digimon, purple focuses on strategies involving the trash. They want cards in the trash that they can later bring back to the field using specific cards effects. Kaido sees the people of Wano as disposable workers, so they could tie into the strategy of maybe sacrificing his character cards for advantages in other areas. Maybe even to summon stronger characters from the hand or even from the trash itself. Kaido is also ridiculously strong, so maybe he gains additional power for each card in the trash, which would play into the purple strategies for sure. Now, another One Piece character that would be perfect for graveyard strategies would be Moira. His whole power is to steal shadows from others and make zombies that would be part of his crew. So maybe we'll get a Moira red leader card in the future. I would love to see one. If there ever was a set focused around Thriller Bark, which I would love. Now that we've talked about the color identities that we know about, let's talk about the two missing ones that we don't know about. Now, if we follow the Digimon TCG, which is also another Bandai property, so they might take inspiration from the Digimon card game, then the other two colors could be black and yellow. Black usually focuses on having blockers or straight removal for your opponent's cards, usually via the card effects. Black is also a color that loves to destroy, and I can think of a character that fits the role perfectly. Blackbeard. Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi is centered around creating darkness, and he can easily destroy a small town, which he did during his fight against Ace. I would love to see strategies based around destroying cards while trading off resources, and that is why I think black might be the color identity to receive these sorts of effects. Last but not least is possibly yellow. I don't know why, but when I think of yellow, it's always something to do with like recovery or gaining life or justice. That's right, I think yellow will be the color closely suited to the Navy in One Piece, like the Marines. Someone like Kizaru, who is tied to the color yellow in the manga and anime itself, but I can also see a Garp the hero being a yellow leader type card. Maybe the effects pertain to life recovery, but also detaining and tapping down your opponent's character cards and preventing them from attacking. Be like a more defensive approach, and overall keeping your opponents at bay while you slowly build up your resources. I think that could be the strategy that is closely tied to the Navy itself. Maybe there might even be cards representing the Celestial Dragons, though I'm not sure what kind of strategies they would have, because you know how they are in the show. And in the future, what I would love to see is kind of like hybrid colors, similar to what Digimon is doing now, similar to what even Duel Masters did back in the day. Having like cards with specific 2 color identities would be great. I know in the Discord group and in the Facebook group, there's been talks about like, you know, duo cards, like 2 characters on 1 card itself. I think it would be really cool to have Zoro and Sanji on a card, because they are always bickering, and I can see like a red and blue character card or red and blue like leader card featuring Zoro and Sanji, and I think I don't know, the possibilities are there, and I can't wait to see if they come into fruition for the One Piece card game. We can only find out more in the future, and I'm super excited for it. Overall, the One Piece card game has a lot of potential with the different characters and a lot of potential strategies tied to the individual colors, and I can't wait to see more. Right now, we're in a bit of an information drought, but I'm sure more details will be coming in due time. I just want to know, do you enjoy these types of theory crafting videos, or do you want me to just cover the news that will come out in the future? I would love to know what you think, so do let me know in the comments below. I will definitely take those comments into consideration for future videos, definitely. Thank you for watching this video, and if you made it this far, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing if you can. Until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next one.